Welcome back to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. We're brought to you by Pelican, built tough for all situations. Go to pelican.com. Yak Gadget, for all your fine kayak fishing accessory needs. Go to yakgadget.com. Eastport Marina, on the beautiful shores of Dale Hollow Lake. For all your lodging, kayaking, and fishing needs, go to eastport.info. Now let's get this show started.
What is going on, everyone out there in the YouTube and podcast listening world? I'm Matt.
I'm Brad. What's up,
You're
dude?
listening to another episode of The Final Cast. What's going on with you, man?
Oh, nothing. Just sitting here and excited for the show.
Yeah, this is going to be a good show. It's going to be a funny show. I can already tell just from the pregame stuff. It's going to be a little out there, but it's going to be a good show. I'm sure everyone can hear my dogs upstairs going psycho, so that's cool.
Hey, we deemed this episode the DILF episode. So
yes, this is the fishing with DILFs. So everyone sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. But this week we've got Jimmy Skinner, fellow podcast host, and Dan Perry, also fellow podcast host. How you guys doing?
What's up?
Doing?
Thanks
The
for
deal
having
from
us
the
on. I don't know. I don't know what that was.
heck
I'm
yeah, dude.
currently coming off of all the beer I drank before we started this.
Great.
It seems like that's it happens a lot when we
It
do
does.
Regular thing.
Like, and it seems like people always want to have a really I stopped at Buffalo Wild Wings on the way home, and I got there early because it wouldn't be busy. I was like, I'll just grab some wings and go. And then this old man was talking, had all sorts of cool stories. So 3 hours later, I'm still sitting there like drinking freaking. I don't even remember what I was drinking, but drinking beer. And then I was like, oh shit, it's 7 o'clock. I gotta go.
I'm coming off trying to get my kid to eat 2 freaking cucumber pieces.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
Sorry.
dude.
Yeah, we gave up on that at our house.
That was like an hour of fighting.
Yeah. So the funny story, when I was younger, I would not eat oatmeal, and my stepmom made me sit at the table for 5 hours, and I still didn't touch it.
So we did that. My daughter is got the craziest eating habits. She doesn't like anything. She likes pizza, Lunchables, cereal, chicken nuggets. That's about it. And I'm not kidding. There's not much more than that. And it was weird because when she was little, she ate everything. And when me and her mom split up, her habits changed, and she was eating with us. And I cook breakfast every Sunday. And we went through that whole thing, like Brad's saying, with eggs. And I made her try scrambled eggs, and she threw up all over the table, and I won't do that ever again.
Oh,
All right.
dang.
And she figured it out, though. Now if I'm try this, she'll eat it, and she'll start going, "Oop." I'm like, don't you fucking don't do it. So we don't even do it anymore. I just don't care. As long as she's eating, she stays active.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little bit fat. I don't care. Whatever. She's still growing. She's going to be a foot taller than me, so it'll be fine.
Isn't everyone a foot taller than you?
Oh,
I'm going to keep this rated G because I had a comment come up that almost came out, but this is not where we should do that because I almost, that might have got us canceled, so I'm going to stop.
I don't know. After last week, if you go back and watch that show, some of the things that the guy who runs this said.
I must have missed all the good stuff when I came on and started listening. No, you're talking about Brian.
Oh,
Brian. Yeah. He was saying something there's a couple things he said, and all I thought I was man, I could have said such worse stuff if he's saying this.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that bad. What is going on? But, at the end of the day, it's the guy who makes the rules, can do whatever he wants. It's fine. I understand that. Better than others. But
Hey, it's a good thing about podcasts, man. You can't be regulated by the people.
SEC.
Yeah.
yeah, somebody.
You can't be regulated by the people. People are who
By the
listen to
man.
this, so technically you could be.
Yeah, I'm about to say they could just not listen anymore, Brad, and then we're done.
Narrative change.
They don't
we
listen
lose.
to our show anyway, so it's whatever.
You've got me and you y'all and us have the 2 shows that go back and forth for second. That's not true at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I tried to
Noob
tell
shows
Brad
number
that.
1, and you and y'all and us go back 2 and 3.
Really? I didn't think people listen to us. That's weird.
You're a gear review
People
show.
don't
Why
listen
would
to you?
Maybe that's
people
the
listen
case.
to Matt.
No,
they
yeah,
listen
it's
to
not
Trash
me.
Panda and then Eldridge, or I mean,
Yeah,
and then Matt.
Because
Same
Matt,
person. Okay.
Matt and Josh, they're the ones that elaborate. I'm just sitting here going, "Oh yeah, oh, that's cool."
Y'all need to have like a touch, like a welcome back Trash Panda show, and the three of y'all get on there. I bet you the ratings for y'all show would explode.
We should. That'd be
I was
fun.
actually thinking about that. That'd be a good show. We need to get a button for Brad though that just says, "Yep, I don't care." Yep.
He needs a soundboard. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Change the name. 3 guys, 1 mic.
Oh hell yeah, that'd be awesome.
That's funny.
Oh, for
All
you
right.
young kids, you're not going to get that, but for our older
Oh, I'm
listeners,
sure they already know it.
you're good. I hope not. That
I hope
traumatized
not
me.
either, yeah,
That was terrible.
it's a life
I've
changer.
never seen it.
That was you're lucky. That was.
I'm
a
gonna
bad
send it to
middle
you
school
right
day.
now.
No,
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh,
Do it.
don't open it, Brad. Just don't. It'll traumatize you now. Like
I'll
that-
send it
that-
to him when you least expect it.
Seriously,
That-
no.
That changed me as a person.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's.
That changed
not
me
about
as a
that.
person.
I'm
That's
not about
true,
that
man.
stuff.
Yeah.
So let's
Well-
switch gears before somebody finds out something they shouldn't. And so it's Father's Day. Happy. This will come out this Thursday. The day you're listening to it, everybody. But happy early Father's Day to both of you.
Appreciate it.
One of the most underrated jobs, in my opinion, and this is coming from a man, so my opinion really doesn't matter. But still, we're talking about products that you've used and things and ideas that you've had to help get your kids into fishing and what you've done. Because obviously, we all fish, but I've noticed a trend. There's some people out there who have helped get kids into fishing, but younger fishermen and fisher ladies are starting to decline a little bit. So everything you guys can do helps boost those numbers, which ultimately helps boost conservation and everything else for the fishing community. So we'll get into that. Who wants to start first? Pick straws.
Ask a specific question, and we'll go with them there.
Well, let's go. Let's go this way. What makes a great Father's Day gift, fishing wise?
My tackle warehouse list.
Your tackle warehouse.
I'll drop it in the show comments below if anybody wants to.
The whole thing, everything,
the
on
whole damn thing. It's only $700 this time.
First, I think if somebody's trying to buy something for their dad and it's fishing stuff that they'll use, you really can't go wrong. It doesn't matter what it is, I mean, it's not
completely
like you're
agree.
getting a bad tie or something. Like there's 1,000 different things I could use. You can never have enough stuff.
And even if you don't buy
unless you're
stuff
Matt.
that's like,
Yeah.
like if my daughter was old enough to pay attention to the stuff I use and she bought me something that I don't use, we're tackle junkies. Like,
Oh yeah,
I don't care. I'm gonna try it anyway.
yeah.
Which is cool. Like I love when my mom, like Christmases, we do, me, my wife, and my mom, we all exchange stockings, and they're always like, "What stocking ideas do you want?" And I was like, "My tackle list." So my mom will get on there, and she'll get sick of buying what I want, and they'll just buy stuff that looks cool,
Yeah.
and that's cool. I don't mind at all.
What if it's
Yeah.
like the banjo minnow or like the mighty bite?
Dude, the banjo minnow works. If there is a product that has a lot of hate, it's because it's successful or completely trash. I can tell you that one worked just fine.
Rooster tail.
Yeah,
Oh,
they still
you
sell
can't-
them because
You can't talk about a rooster tail. That thing, I don't care who you are. You can put that in the hands of somebody who's never fished and send them to a barren stretch of river, and they will catch something there.
I know tournament anglers that still keep them with them, and when it gets tough, the rooster tail comes out, even if it's just to like figure out where they're at and what they're
Yeah.
doing.
Never
I
thrown
know
one.
Swindle said that. I don't know how you've never thrown one.
No,
B-
I just shock.
Yeah, that's kind of like the conversation we had on Messenger before this with Brad not knowing who Emma Stone is. But
I almost
that's
didn't come on
Brad,
the show,
your lack of pop culture knowledge is like disturbing.
but
I know,
probably
'cause I just
saving
don't
you.
care though.
But probably say like the stupid stuff that we're caught up in, you're completely dumb to. So
yeah.
I do commend
it's
you
like-
on that.
I'm like that with famous people in general. Like, I just don't care about them. Like if they, I'm not even gonna say it.
He was about to be
I
like, if
mean-
they die. I mean,
I was about to say, I'll say that. Yeah, I mean, if the people don't care about you, why would I care about them? I'm just saying, that's just me.
And
But-
I would respect you saying that more if you weren't like a Pittsburgh sports fan. Because the people that you do follow are trash.
Well, I mean,
Just kidding.
even Ben Roethlisberger, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I don't like. I don't get starstruck by people. I don't know. I just don't.
I don't get starstruck
know.
by too many people. Now,
I
when
get
it comes to
starstruck by
like
fishermen,
hotness, I mean, I'd be
No.
starstruck by Emma Stone.
I see. I wouldn't. I tell you what, though, if I was at a Walmart or something and Swindle walked in, I would like pee myself.
I almost
would
did
be
with Bill
very
Dance.
excited.
Swindle's
Another
Swindle's cool though.
it's a little different here in Alabama. Like you see people pretty regular, you know.
Yeah,
See,
I
that's
believe
just
that.
the life. You know who we see in Dayton, Ohio? No one.
Bill Lowen.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't even know who that is.
Like I bumped shoulders with Gary Klein at Van Sporting Goods, and he was asking me where drop shot baits were or drop shot weights were, and I told him, and then I get face to face. I didn't pay attention, and then when I walked around and I read the back of his jersey, I was like, oh, like I don't know, it just
Yeah.
like caught me off guard.
Well,
That's
like the
funny.
most famous person we have here is this is totally off topic, but whatever. The most famous person we have here in Dayton that I know of, anyway, that still lives around here is Dave Chappelle. Lives in Yellow Springs, and when I worked at Best Buy, he used to come in there all the time. He knew me by name. Obviously, he doesn't remember me now because who would? But he'd be like, "Matt, I need a TV," and I'd be like, "I got you," and it was just cool. So I was starstruck by that, but I was also like 16 years old and stupid. So I don't know.
I mean, Dave Chappelle's pretty cool though.
Hell
He is.
yeah.
He's,
All right, Brad. Dave
about
Chappelle
that.
is a comedian.
I know who that is just because he lives around here, but I've never seen a show. So
Oh, you should. They're hilarious.
Oh, my
They're all on
Lord.
Netflix.
We got to get off this subject before I get upset.
I should not have brought that up.
Oh, so whole tackle list for you, Jimmy, for Father's Day gift, and then any gift
Anything
is good.
off the tackle, yeah. I don't think if it's fishing related, especially if it's like from the wife or the kid, or even like some like my mom, may every now and then be like, "Happy Father's Day, son," blah blah blah. I would rather it be something that I want, as far as something I'm into. I don't mean like a specific, like I need this bait, buy me this bait. As long as you're not like freelancing and like, look, honey, I bought you a coat. Thank you, honey. I have 14 jackets.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. But I don't really think you could go wrong. I don't think there's a bad choice. We're talking fishing. I don't think there's a bad choice. I mean, even if you just go buy line, I use line, hooks. We use hooks. I mean, I wouldn't even be mad if my kid was like, "Here's a bucket of shiners." Like, all right, well, let's go do it. Like, I don't care.
that'd be cool.
So, what are
What
your
about you,
guys'
Dan?
feelings on gift cards? I'm about to say.
I
Oh,
personally
yeah,
don't
some-
like them.
Really?
I don't.
See,
I like. I feel like it is a cop out.
Yeah.
Now,
I can see
okay,
that.
when somebody
Yeah.
comes in and hands you a $25 gift card, that's a cop out. Now, if my wife was like, "Happy Father's Day, here's $500," I'd be like, "Oh, hell yeah!"
Sweet.
well, yeah, that'd be awesome.
But like, I'll be honest, and my wife can attest to this. Like Christmas time, certain family members give gift cards. I just give them all to my wife. Like, I don't tell her to, like, I'm gonna go spend this amount on my credit card. I literally like, "Thank you, Merry Christmas." I don't want it. I just don't like dealing with, like, my buddy's wife. I remember her opening up her wallet, and because we were going to lunch somewhere, and it took her like 30 minutes of going through gift cards to find one to where we were going. I was like, that's just another reason why I just think these are stupid. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I can
I
see
don't
that.
know.
Yeah.
I just don't like them.
Man,
How about you, Dan? How about say?
I'm exactly the opposite. I love them. Like there's, there's a never-ending list of things. Like it was a certain kayak, and then it was a motor, and then whatever it is. Like I have a list of the next big thing I'm trying to get everything I want. And hopefully one day I'll be there, and then the old shit will break, and then I'll have to start back over. But like I really like. There's things that I'm trying. Like a GoPro for Christmas. Like I really want a GoPro. I don't have one. Like if I got a gift card for Best Buy to go get a GoPro, or like if my family, they all came together and got me little gift cards because they all knew my wife said Dan wants a GoPro, so get them Best Buy gift cards. Man, I would love that. But I'm you know, I mean, teach their own too. But yeah, gift cards, as long as they're like,
when it's so that
yeah,
it has a purpose.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
that makes it. There's feeling to it.
Here's
They knew what you want.
Cracker Barrel.
But
Go
when
get
it's
some
like
pancakes, bud.
exactly,
Hey,
like,
pancakes are money. at
I
Cracker Barrel.
actually
I'll
ate
just say that.
pancakes at Cracker Barrel at lunch today. So.
Mm.
So- yeah,
I would be
I'm
okay with
kind
that,
of.
too.
That's why I wanted to touch on that, because you have the Jimmies of the world and the Dans who hate gift cards.
I'm in the
who
middle.
love gift cards. See, I'm on the Dan train all day. As long as it's something like somebody could get me a gift card to Tackle Warehouse, cool. I can buy whatever I want, because like everyone on the Paddle and Fin crew knows, and everybody, I'm a Megabass fangirl. So I'm gonna spend it on Megabass crap.
Yeah.
And but I feel bad saying, hey, I want these 3 Vision 110s for Christmas, because they're like, oh, I'm buying 3 baits for $75. Like that, I don't know. Just for me, I was like, that just feels like, just give me a $75 gift card, because then you can feel like I'm going to buy more with it, even though I'm still only going to get 3 baits.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See,
That's just me.
I can see both sides. I can see both sides. Like, I can relate to Jimmy just because, like, there's no like meaning behind the gift, I guess. But then at the same time, it's cool because you can buy whatever you want.
and that's why I was saying, like, it's more situational. Like, before I got my mom kind of okay, because my mom's that kind of person. My mom wants to buy something you want, but then when you're like, okay, I want these 3 Vision 110, she's like, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
She's like, I'll spend $1,000 on you, but that's $75, and that's 3 very small things.
Yeah.
But once I got her, past that, she's cool with it. But it's, I don't know, it's okay in some sense, like some of the in-laws and stuff like that, like. But what I've started doing is I won't ask for. So we're talking fish and stuff with gift cards, and we keep talking about tackle. I won't ask for that. I will ask for like the rain gear or the PFD or something specific that may or may not be a little bit expensive, but you're getting more for your money than when I tell you to buy this $30 Huddleston,
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's just kind of how I've had like a cop out with it.
I asked for the Newport battery box for Father's Day. That's what, that because I need a battery box. So that's what I asked for. Same thing, very specific. This is exactly what I want type deal. Yeah.
I always tend to ask for stuff that I normally wouldn't buy myself. You know what I mean?
Well, that's like everything. You don't buy anything for yourself.
That's true. Everybody knows I'm like a cheapskate. So
this War Eagle black spinnerbait. I've got one that's 6 years old and it's not black anymore. It still works fine. Like, it's $3. Just buy it. Dude, we went to Field and Stream, and I was buying a couple things, and he kept picking stuff up, like just a bag of baits. He'd pick it up and be like,
I really need this,
and just put them back. I was like, what? It's $4, dude. Like, just, you don't buy anything.
So me and you have that same mentality. Me and Matt do, but that $4, like you said, went to buy a couple things. Somehow it's like $4.99 plus $4.99 plus $3.99 equals $75.99. I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
How is tax so high?
Yeah.
Dude, that's just happened. I went and got my boat registered yesterday because I picked up my new P127. I went to Cabela's and my wife was with me. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to look at a couple things. And I swear, I went in and I got a thing of hooks, 1/0, VMC, cheap, like $3. Tubes, and then I saw the Visions, and I was like, I need another Black Vision 110. I only got 3 of them. I need another one. So I got that. And then by the end of it, somehow a Yeti cup got snuck in. So that's my wife. I don't, those, whatever. And, but it was like $100. And I was like, good thing I have a Bass Pro card. So I get my $7 points from this $100 purchase, I guess. Like, and I was like, how did this happen? I was looking through the bag today, and I was like, when did I buy rain gear? I have a pair of rain gear pants in there, apparently. I didn't even remember grabbing them. So I don't know. I get in a trance when I go into those stores.
Sounds like Matt has FU money.
Matt got disability money.
To say Matt got screwed up in the Marine Corps and the government pays for his fun stuff.
So he does have FU money.
so I work to pay the bills, and the FU money comes from getting hurt. But it's okay. We have a big storm right now, and I can't feel my hips. So yeah, it's a great trade-off there. I would much rather be able to run down the street without creaking and hurting, but life goes on.
I don't run anyways. I'd probably take the money. Just kidding.
Yeah, but I pedal. So like,
That's funny.
That's
I
just
mean-
because you don't have a motor yet.
oh,
I was
I've
in
got
the
an
Air Force
XI3.
from
I
jets.
just
I can't hear anything, so not hips, just hear. This ear doesn't work, so yeah, same
Huh.
thing.
yeah,
That's
I don't
hearing
get
aids in the
anything,
truck. I tell you, hey, do you have a hearing aid from the VA? Because if you do,
Nah.
they got Bluetooth in them. And if you're at work, you can just Bluetooth stuff to your ear. I watch YouTube videos all day at work and no one even knows. It's awesome.
Heck yeah,
That's
Yeah, it's great.
nice.
we get
Yeah,
in
it's
on
awesome.
that.
Yeah. My boss knows. He doesn't even care. He's like, whatever. So
Oh, you
yeah,
can't
Just
do
looking at
anything
your
about
boss like,
that.
yeah, he does. He doesn't care.
So, let's go this route. Is there a gift out there that somebody should just absolutely stay away from? Like, do not get you that at all.
in fishing, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And there's a lot of things like just in the world they shouldn't buy you. Like, I don't know, an Adam and Eve gift card or some weird stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't think of anything.
Yeah,
I know. I kind of put you guys on the spot. My bad.
I mean, I can't think of anything.
an
Like,
anchor wizard because they're trash.
well, it's the same. I was thinking stuff like
Dude.
that too. Like, well, this thing sucks, but I'd still use it.
Yeah.
Like, I was gonna say, like, don't go buy me an ugly stick. They're the strongest freaking rods I've ever used. You can't kill them. So
They're
I mean,
heavy
it's
though,
true.
man.
who cares?
Brad was so like he was on about the carbon rods, and we were at Field and
They
Stream.
feel
Red
good,
with
but they're heavy.
He's like, feels so good, and I was like, yeah, it's like holding a 2x4 in your hand, though.
I wondered
the-
about those.
The weight only is gonna matter if it's over, like I use a heavy frog rod because the angle of the frog rod when I'm using it, it's not like you're holding a spinning rod and you're just sitting there all day. I don't know. I think too many people, it's just like in backpacking, biking, anything outdoors nowadays. Some people pay too much attention to weight.
Mhm.
Like, you're getting older, you have shoulder problems in the fishing world. I completely get it. But I can count on my one hand, the number of times I've been at the end of the day and been like, oh God, my rod was too heavy. My arm hurts.
But it seems
I
like
can-
those lighter rods though, they're more sensitive.
Some of them, it depends on how well the blank's built, how good the guides are, and the line you're using. Like,
Yeah.
you can throw a good braid and a good fluoro on an ugly stick and throw a tungsten weight on the end of it, and it's going to feel fine.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
can see
your
that.
your tip action is going to be off, or your parabolic bend. But big
Yeah,
words.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but Dan will agree with me on this. Ounces equal pounds, and pounds equal pain. So I'm one of those strict weight watchers about everything. Now, when I went to load my RS 117 with like 400 pounds of stuff, and then I'm another 100 pounds, I've tested that boat to its limits. Like, I had so much crap on that motor in the front, 100 amp the back, low pro crate with like 7 plano boxes in it, 12 rods. Like, I should have sunk and died, but I didn't. So
Somebody sank their bona fide the other day on Champlain?
Did they really?
Yeah.
How'd
which
that
one
happen?
was it?
It was KFL, but I think they were also fishing another event. It was I think it was Blackbeard
It was-
Bass.
yeah, because Champlain was KFL and KBF at the same time.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think he sank his in practice.
You know, Shane
Huh.
Shane had problems with his.
he did. Yeah, but he put an XI3 at the front of the P127 with the drive in, so his weight balance was all off. Now, granted, I don't think it should have gunneled up like it did, but yeah, I don't know. But I mean, he still runs it now.
Yeah, I'm not putting them down at all. I mean, there's not many kayaks you could have up on the Great Lakes and on a bad day and not sink it. So
No, yeah,
That's true.
it's very true. Yeah,
But no,
mean,
I don't think there's a bad one. No bad gift idea.
Interesting.
I mean, the same
like
thing.
if-
Like, somebody gets me an anchor wizard, it's a good trade item.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not
you know,
afraid to trade.
You guys aren't the first ones I've heard say that lately, too. It seems like everybody's been having issues with their anchor.
I broke all of the ones I've had, and like, I'm rough on stuff. This is not me being rough on it. This is it doing what it's supposed to do, and then just breaking.
yeah,
I've had one bust the bottom out of it, one bust the internal mechanism, one bust one of the
Yep.
sides off of it. Like, they just, and it's not like first time out. They last for a little while, but they just will not handle continued use. I mean, I was in mild current with maybe a 2.5, 3 pound mushroom anchor. So it's probably lodged, but it's not like one of the claw anchors. what I'm getting at is it was not a lot of pressure against it, and then it just started creeping line out, and now when you tighten it up, it just doesn't bind up anymore.
And mine happened with the same thing, and I took it apart, and then the guy sent me new, like, I guess they're kind of like brake pads to fix that. So he was real quick, sent them to me. So our customer service was great, but by the time I had it apart, I couldn't get the dang thing back together to fix it. So I was like, because I'm not that mechanically inclined. So
I cracked the bottom of mine last time I went out, so she's cooked. I'm getting ready to give it to a buddy because he's like, yeah, I'll try to fix it. I was like, oh, good luck, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
I got
need
like
one.
a house
Give it
I'll
to me.
give to you, and then it'll be fixed.
I know their customer service is something that people have said good things about too, because I've known quite a few people that send in their stuff and get it fixed, or he'll send them a brand new one and stuff like that.
I'm sure I could have. I just don't do that because I never bought one new. I always find somebody that like won one. Well, I guess it would be new, but like won it in a raffle and didn't need it. That's how I've got like that and winning them myself and stuff like that. I think I've only paid for one, and that was the first one. And actually, it's funny because it lasted the longest.
It's karma.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna try that little smart cleat, Gadget smart cleat off the bow.
I have that.
The anchor pole that works really well.
No, it's like basic mechanical like leverage and stuff like that, and it works so well. And then you're like, why had nobody come out with something this simple? And like you can like combine that with a like a dog leash retractor thing for line management, and
that's a good idea.
Yeah, you won't need. You can run the leash thing by itself.
Huh. I might have to try.
Like if you have it attached to your seat, because you just pop it to put the pole down, and then I mean that pole maybe weighs 2 pounds total.
Here's a good question, because we're talking about Yak Gadget and stuff. Do you guys ever give your code to your significant others and be like, "Hey, get me something from them as a gift"?
Oh, I do. Yeah. Like if
I don't know any of the codes to anything I'm affiliated with. None of them.
I have a whole thing that says passwords just so I'm such a like a code whore. Like I see a code online. Oh, I'm putting that down. I might use that one day.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I absolutely do that. Like if I give a Christmas list, it'll be like, here's what I want, here's a code. Here's what I want, here's a code. Yeah.
Maybe I should start doing that because I definitely don't.
Dude, every time I watch a YouTube video and somebody's like, use my code down below, I was like, I mean, I don't buy that stuff, but maybe they'll come out with something cool.
I'll tell you part of the reason I don't do that is most of the people's codes are 10%, and I just don't care about taking 10% off. I don't know. It feels like a smack in the face. Item. I mean, yeah, if it's 10% off $1,000 order or something like that, then yeah. But it's like 10% off a $40 item. I'll just pay full price or whatever. It's fine.
It's like $4.
Yeah, don't care.
Like, now you're talking about I have FU money. I use codes all the time. Dude, if I can, 10% is 3% above tax where I'm at, so I'm about the code. I mean, I use codes on Papa John's every week.
I bought something today that was $40, and I looked for a code online for it.
Yeah, dude, I'll go like they have military stuff and like it's 5% off. I was like, I'll use the code and I'll put my military stuff just to get 5%. It's like, I mean, it's 5% better than no.
I'm just stupid. I don't care. I'm like, the time I wasted looking for that code, I could have already checked out and been doing something else by now.
I mean, yeah, you're right, but this is like we were talking, you and me, Jimmy, the other day about how all the JDM stuff I've got. I didn't pay those prices for them.
That's different.
I found them. 2 of them were codes, brand new, and I found a code for 10% and 15% off that wasn't advertised because there's websites that do it for you.
Well, and again, like that's a big purchase. Big purchase is different. Like, I greatly appreciate my discounts when I buy a kayak. You know.
Yes.
But I'm not afraid to like under $100. I don't mind paying retail, like whatever.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way.
There's so much I want. I'm pretty cheap. Like I'm pretty like the list of things I want are so long that I'm very frugal whenever I'm trying to find them and get them. I guess
I have a great problem that my wife doesn't say no much. She started saying no finally, but normally I'm like, hey, I think I'm going to spend $1,000. She's like, all right, whatever. And then she'll come to me and be like, can I buy this book that's like $7? And I'm like, why are you asking?
Yeah.
See, for
Yeah.
I never have told her no. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
hell, buy 5 of those. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
for the last 2 years, I've been like, we have a separate account just for my fishing stuff because I wanted to be a little more, cost conscious of what I
Mhm.
spend and what's going on, what's coming out. So I know exactly what I have all the time. And so, yeah, so even I think because of that, I've even been more thrifty, I guess.
That and you're taking everybody's money at tournaments, dude. I imagine you got to use that money to, budget and do more tournaments and stuff like
I
that.
just bought more stuff. Like
Yeah.
I swapped out all my reels this year.
Heck yeah.
Bought a bunch of my rods. So I'm finally getting to a place where, I mean, I'm still not paying for my tournament. I'm still not paying for my fishing, but at least now,
That's nice.
I feel like I'm getting the ball rolling a little bit more to where I've got the motor now. I don't have it. I'm waiting on the batteries, and I'm finally getting to a place where my gear is good, and
Mhm.
I feel like I've been doing better, and I've got better kayaks, and like the ball's actually rolling to where I have
Dude.
good gear now, stuff like that. So
You're gonna get a national win eventually. I just have a feeling.
Oh yeah.
I hope so, man.
That'd be awesome.
Dude, every time I go to a Hobie, it's freaking choke city, man. I don't know.
Start
I
fishing a
got-
different series.
Yeah. This year I fished KFL, so I'm burning so much vacation. And I loved it. I mean, it's great. We have a great time. We're 2-0. Things are awesome, but I just 20 days of vacation time. I just don't have enough to do everything I want to. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it again next year just because of that. Because I want to make a run at like a real trail. Bass, Hobie, whoever it is.
Yeah.
I know.
That'd be cool.
I've changed my whole like. I can't. You cannot compete with the people that do this daily.
It's,
Mhm.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care what I do with
Yeah.
my life, short of hitting the lottery, will ever allow me to catch the knowledge and skill of the people that do this every day. So I've changed gears. Like that's not even a thing. So now when they're nearby, I'll hit them. If they go somewhere really cool that I want to go to or go back to, I'll hit them because it's like I'm already there. Because I like to go when there's company, like
Yeah.
like, oh, hey, I ran into you on the water. So it's like, well, fuck, there's a tournament on. There it was. There's a tournament going on. I might as well pay the entry fee and get in on it because you never know. Today might be the day that I stumble on 30-pound bag or
Mhm.
100-inch, So I don't know. I just changed my. It's cool to have the thought, just like when you're a kid watching Bassmaster, you really like, I want to walk across the stage and I want to be like, as you get older and wiser, the reality of it is I would have to have a significant life change to really stand a chance.
Mhm.
And
Oh yeah.
that's not like, I'm getting better. I'm starting to like put pieces of the puzzle together for holes that I have in my fishing game, but that won't matter. Could I win
Yeah.
one? Yes. Could I consistently do it? Probably not. Like,
Oh, same
like
here.
what Drew is doing right now,
Dude, it's insane.
not happening.
Legendary.
It's insane.
I'm kind of the other way. Like I enjoy my job. I have a good job. A
Mhm.
very blessed and fortunate house. I'm not going to leave what I have to chase a dream. But like I really, a lot of the people that we have on the reel down, I mean, we're getting way off topic, but the people we have on the show, like you see some people and they're doing really good nationally. It's like, I can do that. Like, I really feel like I can. There's a few, there's that upper tier of people that would be real hard to compete with. But
Mhm.
I think I'm close. I think
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm close enough to where I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I think I'm close enough to where I can go out there and really compete with those people and make a run at like a real trail.
No, you got that
maybe
confidence, man.
I don't know.
That's
I
where
dig
it's
it.
like, what do they call it? You're a was it realist versus an optimist? I think that's what it is. You're optimistic. I look at
Mhm.
things from the other side of it.
Optimistic,
Like realistically, I don't see this happening. And I don't mean for you. I mean for me.
Yeah.
Like certain things just won't. It's not possible. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
unless like I'm at a boat ramp and Gerald Swindle is like, you know what? I'm going to put you in touch with all of these people, and they're going to help pay for your fishing, and you can do this forever. That would be a cool way to do it, but that's not going to happen. Like,
Yeah, I'm about the same way. When I was in the Marine Corps, I did a FLW as a co-boater, and I was doing it, and then I got done, and I was driving back to the barracks. I was driving back to the barracks, and the whole time I was thinking, I was like, dude, there's no way I could ever do this. Like, there's just so much stuff I missed that I should have seen, but
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not habit based for me to look at that stuff. And kind of like you mean, I'm starting to fill up holes a little bit in my fishing game, to where same thing. If I go out there, could I not necessarily luck out, but could I put pieces together and maybe get a finish? I think I could. Could I do it consistently? There's no way. Not right now, anyway. And it's the same thing. Like someone would have to come and be like, "Hey, I'm your great great uncle that you never knew, and
here's $1 million.
here's $40 billion." Because $1 million still wouldn't do it for me. I'd be like, "That's $1 million. That'll be gone 10 years."
Man, you
Yeah.
think,
Like that's
I mean, we're kayaking, so it is way cheaper. But you think like $1 million in the bass boat world right now?
nothing.
Who was it? I think it was Zaldane said that he's like, basically, if I fire this boat up and run it for one day, that's $200.
Jeez,
Yep.
I was like, so they do that for 4 days, and then 4 days of tournament fishing, and then drive across the country, and that, and staying, and they could do that's what sponsors are for and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But it adds up.
man.
I'd love to
I-
see one of their expense sheets for
remember
a year.
like 6 or 7 years ago. I mean, whenever I really followed bass boat stuff and I went back to school, like they were saying to be on the Elite Series, it was kind of like $70,000-$80,000 a year in expenses
Jesus.
to
That's
make
insane.
it happen. And that was before boats and electronics and everything else went up.
Now
so.
that boat's $100,000. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I was about to say, well, the electronics on it's 15 if you get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
out. They
it's
have
got to
it.
be
and-
over 100 now. So
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at motors, or I mean, a brand new 250 Pro X is what, $40,000.
yeah, people don't realize a lot of the times the hull is like the cheapest part of the boat.
yeah,
the
that's what's
fanciest
like-
looking thing is the literal cheapest. But because I've seen, like, I saw a guy that was selling, this was a few years ago, it was like a 2015 ProCraft 21 footer or something like that, and he wanted like $7,000 for it, and there was not a scratch on it. And I was like, what is the catch? And he's like, well, there's no motor. And I was like, well, it can't be that bad. And I looked up a Merc 250 and was like, oh, never mind. Like,
Jeez.
Yeah,
Still can't
$7,000
afford
becomes
this.
$47,000 real
Yeah.
quick.
Good grief,
Yeah, I mean,
man.
it's people don't really think about that. Which
good
is
Father's
actually a
Day gift, buy me a bass boat.
There you go.
I will say something I saw today. The new Catch X, the American version, it's like
That's a sick board.
red,
That
and
is
the
cool.
fence was blue and white. Oh, dude, that's
I'm
awesome.
I'm so mad because I lost my catchboard not this last Saturday before that, and I literally ordered one that day, and I saw that today, and I was like, this is stupid. I want that board so
Return it.
bad.
Return it, send it back.
Dude, I don't want to see. That's where I am,
Yeah.
like Jimmy. I don't want to deal with all that. Like, screw it. It's the same
See,
catchboard.
what I would do right then is I would buy it too. And I would
I've
have
already
two
tried,
catchboards.
and Stacy, my wife, saw over my shoulder. I was on Catch's website, and she's like, "I swear to God, if you buy another catchboard, even if you lose it," and I was like, because I told her, I texted her, I was like, "Yeah, I lost another catchboard. I just ordered one," and she was like, "Well, how much was it?" And I was like, "Well, I had a code. It was only like $50." And she's like, "50?" I was like, "It was like 65." And she was like, "For a catchboard?" And she's like, "Buy a tether." And then right after that, I was like, "I need to spend like $40 on Rogue to buy tethers." And she's like, "I don't care. Buy them. If you lose another one, it's done." It's the first time she's ever been like, "No more." And I was like, "I don't like this. It hurts my heart." Like, ugh.
That's how my wife was when I was like, hey, I think I'm going to buy one of those Sholeys. She was like, no, you're not. And I was like, oh, is this what everybody else feels like?
See,
Like,
I'm
this
so like,
sucks.
man, I don't know about y'all, but I'm like, I guess I was single for so long, and now I'm, because I didn't get married till I was like 35. That,
Mhm.
like, if I don't ever ask for anything, but like, if there's something I really want, my wife's like, yeah, you better get it, because I'm going to get that some bitch anyways. Like, like I there's very seldom I'm ever like, I really want this. I try to, like you're trying to talk to your wife. If I feel like if she says no to me, man, we're getting in some personal stuff here, then I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to get it now. You're not going to tell me I'm not.
That's
But
when my wife
there's
runs
never
her foot
anything
right up my ass, so I don't have.
Yeah, I was about to say I tried that. It did not work out well for me.
I guess my wife's lucky with me because I'm just like, I'm gonna get that. No, I'm not gonna get that. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. No, I'm not gonna get it.
That
I'm
$5
surprised
pack
you-
of dates. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised he bought the Sholey.
Well,
Like
I
when
had that.
he-
I needed a kayak. I didn't have
I
one.
mean, he sold. Yeah,
I'm still surprised you bought it. Like I thought you were gonna be like, I don't know, I'm gonna wait and just
Hobie
like not
Outback?
have a kayak.
Where you were able to sell your float tube?
What's that?
Oh, no.
Hey,
Oh,
don't
the
talk too much.
inflatable?
Don't talk
Yeah.
too much smack about that. I'm thinking about getting one when I go down to Florida, just to like borrow it from the shop.
there you
So I
go.
don't have to
Get
bring
bit
my
by a
kayak.
shark in an inflatable. Good job.
I'm not going in. I'm going to Orlando. Like,
There's
Oh,
things with teeth down there. I would have something hard.
Yes.
Between me
Yeah,
and,
gators
yeah, I don't know.
inland.
I was gonna say, it was like, well, Florida honors my CCW, so I'll shoot it. But it's a gator. Like, unless you hit it in a perfect little spot, it's
Yeah.
just gonna kill you with blood on it. Like, it's not gonna care.
And a bullet in it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Well, back on topic, gentlemen. Let's.
Yeah, so I was
Father's Day.
gonna say about 14 sentences before this. It was a great caveat into now I can't remember what it was.
like,
Oh
we-
no,
we-
I remember. Don't shut up. So as much time, Dan, this is kind of more for you, Jimmy. You do tournaments too. We kind of explained you're only going to the ones close to you and whatnot. How does balancing, being a dad and fishing tournaments or just fishing in general, how do you balance that out?
Yeah, we had Matt Ball on the show. I don't know if it was with you, Jimmy. I asked him that. Because he does it really well.
Mhm.
He has a couple kids, been doing it for a long time. He's had a great streak this year. I asked that exact question. How do you you do national tournaments, you do local stuff, you do all these things. How do you balance that? He said, family comes first. Like it doesn't, there's no balance. If you need to do family, and I've tried to do that ever since. It seems easy to say that, like, but some days I'm not there whenever my wife and kid are doing something fun or they're hanging out with my mother-in-law or whatever else. But I don't think those are bad days because you want to show your child that you're really trying to do your best. Like you have other interests, like you're trying to learn and get better and grow. And, that might be specifically in fishing, but yeah, but whenever it comes to important stuff, I'd miss whatever. It wouldn't matter. Family
yeah.
first. Yeah. Doesn't
For
matter.
me, it's easier because I do travel. I don't follow like a trail, but I will travel. But see, we don't have my daughter full time, so obviously there's a window. But what I learned, and even before fishing, like any other hobbies or anything, is so like same situation she's in, I was kind of in where my parents were split up. So I didn't want it to seem different when we do have her. Like where it's like all my focus is strictly on you because I haven't seen you. I want my kid when she comes over, I want it to feel like normal. Like she saw me the day before. I don't hit her with the just, what do you want to do this weekend? Where are we going? We're going to do everything together. I don't do that.
Yeah.
And it's for the same reasons like Dan's saying. I keep it very natural, very normal, and let her show her that, she's the center of my world, but you're not the center of my attention. But the same thing. I don't want you to always have to daddy, 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 mom, 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 mom. Like, it's okay to do your own thing. Like this weekend, I went, I last minute decided to fish the tournament. We had her, but I knew that they had a birthday party going on that they were going to go to. And I was like, is it cool if I go fishing? And her and my wife were like, no, it's cool. So I went, and when I got through, I went and met them where they were at, and no time lost. And and then I think the other side of it is like, if it was if you're going out of town or something like that, and then there's no other obligation, just take them with you. Take your family with you. Robert Weicker, his family's cheering for him on the banks, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I heard that.
that's awesome. Like,
That was awesome.
yeah. Like, I don't know. There's just so many things you can do about it in different ways you can approach it. Just
Yeah,
be there.
I think some stuff is like men too. Like we need, At least me, I feel like I need my time. But whenever I am away and I'm doing my own thing, whenever I do come back to family, it's like I feel like I'm more focused with the family because I did get my time. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I wish I could say that, but what happened last Saturday was I came home, hung out with him at the gymnastics gym for like 30 minutes. We drove to the house, and then at some point I passed out in my recliner, so I have no idea. My focus was there for a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a nap in there usually, for sure.
No, that nap, I woke up at midnight, moved to the bed, and went right back to sleep. So I slept from like, I don't even know when, till 9 o'clock the next morning. So
Woo.
I felt kind of
Nice.
bad about that one because I woke up, my wife was leaving for Kentucky for a work conference. My daughter didn't get up till like 11 o'clock because they're on summer break. So I kind of screwed this weekend up. So it's a very bad example of it, but normally it works out great. But it was hot this weekend, dude. And we were fishing wedges out there with no cover. The sun just like baked down on you.
Yep.
I'm so sunburned still.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
It's, I think it's all a very short window. Depend on, I mean, if you have a bunch of kids, your window is further and further. But I think my kid's about to be 6, and you know, at 16, he's not going to care. He's going to be chasing girls or doing whatever. So I've
Going fishing with you.
Well, hopefully, but I know whenever I figured out girls, I wasn't wanting to go fishing with my dad anymore. You know? Like not as much, but you know, so I've got like hopefully 9 more years where my kid wants to hang out. So
I'll tell you. So my daughter turns 11 next weekend, and the state of children now, they mature so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I would highly doubt that it's 9 more years. Like she's 11, and I swear that she is how I was at like 14, 15. Like, she already has her own behavior, her own attitude, her own interests. Like, she gives me these looks sometimes like I don't effing care, and I just want to slap the taste out of her mouth, but I can't because I see that's me because I've given it, and I'm like, ugh. But you know, that's like, I didn't try to force fishing on her or kayaking. She got sick of me going fishing, and she's like, I want to go fishing. I was like, all right, fuck it, let's go fishing. So it's something, I don't remember who it was, a trick. My buddy said, you know, if you can, you know, kids have a short attention span, a great way to keep them into it. He's like, if they want to go fishing with you, don't take them bass fishing.
Yeah.
He was like, go find somewhere, you know, there's a bunch of bluegills stacked up. Go buy some shiners or some crickets. You have to make it interesting. So did that. She enjoyed that. Kind of the same thing with kayaking. Actually blame my buddy Robert for this one. We were at we do NACA, North Alabama Kayak Owners, does a tackle swap every year at a high school where everybody can just bring all the stuff they're trying to get rid of, and you pay $5 to get a table, and the $5 goes to that high school fishing team. We do that every year, and my buddy brought a Jackson Skipper, which for anybody that doesn't know, that's a youth model fishing kayak. And my daughter kept eyeing it, and somehow him and her teamed up, and I bought it. But so I've taken her out in that. She enjoys that. She kayaks at the lake with her mom and grandparents all the time. But the fishing thing is just like, don't force it. Like, if they want to, they will. If they get bored with it, I just remember, like, I didn't have a dad around doing it. So my best friend's dad was like the dad that taught me all of it. Like, his whole thing was like, once we're out here, homie. Like, suck it up, buttercup.
Yeah.
And that was great because, I mean, now I don't mind spending 14 hours on the river, but I wouldn't like force that on my 11-year-old and be like, we're out here, like, suck it up. Maybe I should. I don't try to make her soft because she's not. Well, she is kind of soft. She's soft with a really big attitude to back it up. So, but I don't know. I look at things that I don't think were correctly done, so I don't do them. Like, but I don't know. I'm probably doing it all wrong. You learn parenting as you go. Who knows?
I mean, I have a young son, but whenever we do go, it's about having fun and not about fishing. Like, I just want him to have good memories of being on the water, whether that's fishing or playing in the water or, you know, whatever it is. And then hopefully that evolves into something else, you know, into a love of doing what I do.
Yeah, for sure.
At the rate we're going, I think my kid's going to be like a video game developer because she's all about video games. I mean, I know my wife hates it, and I know her mom's not a big fan of it. When I was young, because I have severe ADHD, my psychiatrist told my mom that was probably the greatest thing for me because it makes me stop, focus, and do multiple things at one time, like a lot of hand-eye coordination. So I'm not gonna let her sit and play all day or nothing like that. But like when she got into video games, I was like, cool, I like that game too. Like I sat her down. She plays Fortnite and some other stuff. She came in here. I was playing Call of Duty, and she's like, "Can I try it?" And I was like, "Sure." And like I'm pretty good, so my lobbies are built a little different.
Yeah.
And she sat down, and the first thing she did was get into a fight and drop shot a guy in the face. And I was like, "Oh, my kid is different." So I don't know. Like she's good at it, so I'm not gonna punish her for like being good at something she does that she likes, whether it's fishing or not. Like,
so let's talk about like your ideal Father's Day. Does that include fishing? Does that include fishing with the family? What is it?
Go ahead, Dan.
I got a 5-year-old. We do what he wants to most of
At a certain age, it changes. But youngins,
like you try to direct him to, oh, we're going to go do this, but no, it's going to be something fun he wants to. The jumpy park, or public skate at the ice skating. Me sitting there watching him skate. That's about where I'm at right now.
That's cool.
When the years it hits when I do have my kid, it's usually just like I don't cook, breakfast, we hang around. We don't really go anywhere because I've never really I don't really want to go anywhere for Father's Day. I look at it as like, just let me chill. Like,
yeah.
Which I chill a lot now, but back when I used to work all the time, like Father's Day was a day to like leave me alone. Like we can all sit in here and watch TV together. You can come sit in my chair with me, but we're not going nowhere. But so since I don't have my kid all the time and I've got buddies with kids, like I was telling y'all before we started recording, like I'm going to go this weekend and we're going to go smallmouth fishing, go do some float trips and stuff in Tennessee. That's like, I'm calling it a Father's Day trip with my buddies that do have kids. It's like the kids aren't coming. It's just, they don't get a lot of time with just the guys. So it's going to be like a guys trip. We're going to do like a 2v2 like little tournament and then, back to the families on Sunday. So maybe we start making that like an annual thing or something. I don't know.
Yeah. If you have a bunch of kids, it'd be getting the hell out of the house.
Yeah.
I can imagine having more than one kid. That's God bless all y'all that do.
I have one that I don't have full time, and I know like my buddy just had his 6th kid. Like, bruh.
Oh Lord.
And he owns his own business. Like,
there's not enough hours in the day.
What?
I cut it
He's
off,
figured
man.
it out. Like,
Nope.
That's what I told him. Like, I texted him. I was like, you know what rubbers are, right? Like, do you not believe in that?
Yeah.
He's like, she wanted another one, and I was like, sometimes her opinion don't matter. Like,
Yeah, I was about to say, sometimes you just have to say no.
Yeah. The reason why I asked that question is because I was born on Father's Day, and my birthday's coming up. It's going to be on Father's Day this year again.
Way to take your dad's one day of the year.
I know, man. I'm awful.
That poor guy was screwed right out of the freaking gate.
But
it's all right.
My
Brad
wife was
doesn't
like, my wife was like, what do you want to do for your birthday? I was like, oh, I'm going fishing. She was like, really? That's it? I'm like, yeah. So I didn't know, like, I'm not a dad, so I don't know what other guys want. You know what I mean?
So here's like asking y'all questions, Father's Day related, since you're not. Like, do you try to catch up with y'all's dads or grandparents or close male figures and take them fishing or buy them fishing stuff, anything like that for Father's Day?
Me personally, no. So my dad got me into fishing, but it was more, let's go out, throw live bait on, and chill for a couple hours, catch some bluegill, catch a bat. Like, he wasn't a huge fisherman. My dad played before professional softball was a thing, as close as you could get to softball. And that's what Father's Day, there was always a tournament. We'd be going to it, and I'd watch him play softball. And
I didn't know professional
stuff like
softball
that.
was a thing.
There's men's leagues, and they're professional, and they're softball.
They're about as professional as the people around here saying they're professional fishermen.
100%. It's the exact same thing.
So the same thing as pro kayak anglers. Got you.
I don't know. Drew could be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drew could be a pro.
Drew's built different.
He's a monster in his own right. But
Okay, side
Yeah.
note, this is a tackle show. Question real quick before I forget. Does Drew have his own color with Z-Man?
I don't know.
Because
not
I
yet,
picked up
not-
some TRD craws today and it says Drew's Craw. And I was like,
I've
so
seen
I was
those
like
before.
in my phone looking if that was a Drew
Ah.
Gregory special, but it didn't say.
I
We
know
can get
we
back on
were-
subject, but I knew one of y'all might know. But
I talked to him about that because he was talking about can't really say, so I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
There might be some stuff in the pipe, but yeah, we'll talk about that. Sorry, listeners, sucks to suck. We'll talk to you about it when it comes out.
one of my favorite sayings.
Sucks to
Yeah,
suck. I
couple-
love that, dude.
A couple of perks to being like to knowing, like being a little bit inside. You do get a few perks of some little bit of knowledge.
Oh yeah, there's got to be something when we deal with guys like you all the time, so it's fun.
It's so hard to keep it quiet too, man.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
we've known
it's-
about the
it's-
Shoaly since December, and it was so hard to keep it
Dude, I
quiet.
think
Dude,
we've known
it's-
about the Shoaly since before December.
Well,
Yeah,
I
we've
mean,
known
like the
about it
actual
for a
picture
minute.
features.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we had we were shown, and right when Drew left, I looked at Brad and I was like, "This is gonna suck." Like, I just want to talk about it. This is dumb.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, for my dad's, I try to get this weekend we're running a softball tournament. His choice. He planned it on a stupid weekend, and that Sunday I'm just gonna hang out with him the whole day, just chilling. I'll probably buy him a hot dog or two at the concession stand and maybe a pretzel, and then
Mountain Dew.
And I don't have to buy him, dude. He's got them on tap. That's my
The
dad's
Souders
Souders
lifeblood.
family is the
Dang.
Souders family is addicted to Mountain Dew. Believe me.
Yeah. I drank this before I got on the show, like a minute and a half before I got on.
I used to be the same way with Mountain Dew. I gave it up. That and cigarettes. Yeah.
I'd say, well, yeah, I gave up smokes just because my wife got mad at me because my camis and stuff smelled like poo poo all the time. If I could still get Rippets from back in the day, yeah, I would.
Yeah.
My heart, I'd die.
They sponsor the KFL.
Do they really?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you and I both know those aren't Rippets.
Yeah.
Those are the Safe for America. That's like when Four Loko came back.
Oh, you remember the cocaine energy drinks?
Yes.
Yeah,
Called
dude, I
cocaine.
Ooh,
Yeah,
those
called
burn.
cocaine. I drank two
It
of those
burned
back
your
to back, and I
throat
thought I was
going
gonna
down.
die. Like, I drank two of them. I went to a concert when I was like 14 years old, and we got two of those, and I drank them back to back. Dude, I was smelling colors. Like,
Yeah.
it was weird.
It's like I smelled the sun come up this morning. I don't know what's happening. No, I remember those
Brad,
in high
what-
school were rough,
Oh,
dude.
dude, they kill you. Like, I'm happy those went off the market. They
Yeah.
would have. I'm pretty sure they killed a kid. I think he had a heart attack and he died. So, like, good riddance. They came back. They're
To the-
back. Their
to the drink,
caffeine
not the
content Poo. Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't know the kid. Who knows? Maybe I've been a serial killer. Maybe it was like,
Natural selection.
yeah, I don't know, something. But, all right. So now that half the show that liked me don't like me anymore, Brad,
Oh,
what do
God.
you do with your dad?
I just go and see them. I'll go because they do their thing, they do their church thing, and then I'll go out after and hang out with them for the afternoon. I don't know.
Did you get the I don't care from your dad? Is he an I don't care guy?
No, that's my mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have my mom's personality, but I look like my dad.
Oh.
So, and my mom's a real happy-go-lucky, oh yeah, I don't care, we can do whatever.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
what
I used to love going over I went over to his mom's house or something, and we're sitting there playing Xbox. And be like, "Can we get pizza?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's fine. I don't care." And we'd have the Cuttis and Vinny's Big 10 box when it used to be good. Oh, dude. Oh,
Yeah,
great times.
yeah. But yeah, I'll see my dad. He don't fish as much anymore. He's gotten real big into hunting, so he hunts. He has land down here, so he goes there and he hunts all the time. He's like, I haven't fished all year. I'm like, you're crazy, dude. I couldn't do that. But he
I
has
finally-
a boat and everything. I don't
Oh,
know.
that's even worse though if it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
I've finally gotten back into fishing is almost all I think about it anymore.
Mhm.
Like planning trips, I'm back on Google Earth all the time looking for access points and creeks I've missed, and I lost that last year, dude. I'm telling you, COVID was rough on me.
Mhm.
My whole mind was just gone, and that's what this weekend I did pretty good at a little local tournament, and like
Yeah,
I needed
second.
that mentally.
Congrats.
I appreciate it. I needed that mentally more than anything
Mm-hmm.
because it's a lake I've only been to a couple times. It's not fishing how I know how to fish. Like I went with no aspirations at all. I just wanted to go hang out with some of the guys in that area and stumble onto something. And I
Dude.
did exactly that, and everything like came together. And I mean,
Yeah.
I had that tournament won, and Chuck caught a freaking donkey, and I'm not even mad about it. Like I
Yeah.
told him at the weigh-in, I was like, dude, I don't care that you beat me by 5 inches. It's like if you'd beat me by a quarter inch, it's different. Because I
Yeah.
could have probably got that quarter inch out of another fish or something, you know. Like
Mm-hmm.
when he posted it on the leaderboard, I was like, oh no, I'm just gonna fish for second. Like,
Yeah.
I've done
that's
that.
cool.
Yep, I've done that.
I literally changed tactic. I was like, okay, I know I had 3/4 of an inch on the guy fishing with me. He was in third. So I was like, I see how well this is not going for him. So I think I've got second on lock. So I like just changed whole tactic and was like, I'm going to go try and find a giant, which never happened, which may happen. I broke a fish off in a way I've never broke before. And when I thought I snapped the line, and when it came up, I had the weight and the eyelet and about this much of a straight shank Gamakatsu super line. I snapped the hook in half.
Jeez.
And we know it was a fish because it bit and ran. And I bonked it and it broke in half. I've never done that.
That's crazy.
I've been wanting to go fisher. I've never been.
There is a rumor that this place is going to turn into a trophy lake. That's why the MLF all the people that run MLF, Boyd Duckett and all them just dumped a bunch of structure in it, like man-made stuff. And since the dam, they dropped water, fixed the dam, brought it back up. They're not allowing boaters because it's got 25 horse limit. Boaters are not allowed to keep fish. But there's talk they're going to put coal limits in and stuff. Like you were catching almost 2 pound 14 inchers. Like they're Florida strain, huge shoulders and heads, fight like crazy. Like the lake record right now, and this lake's only been impounded for like 3 years, if that. And it's got a 9.4 big fish in it right now.
Oh Lord!
And tons of sevens have been caught in it. Tons.
That's
so
awesome.
It's a healthy body of water.
Go check it out.
No, don't go check it out.
I'm gonna put it on Facebook.
No, Dan, check it out. Everyone else, don't ask.
Yeah.
Like, no,
I'm going. I'm taking pictures.
Y'all can go.
Dropping pins. Doing it all.
That's
your
funny.
P127 will sink. I ain't got
no, dude. I completely understand the whole mental part of it, man, because the river, Matt knows, the river's been flooded up here for 2 months now. I haven't been able to float the river, and I'm starting to go nuts. Like it's messing with my head. And I'm to the point where I'm sick of fishing for largemouth right now. I just want to get back on the river.
I don't know what that problem is like.
Dude, I tell you, you're about to go catch nothing but smallies.
Yeah, but I'm not like, well, damn, I got to go back to largemouth. I'm like, fishing for largemouth.
You deal with Florida strain largemouth. That is a way
ours
different
are
type of
stupid
animal than
15
ours.
inchers.
Yeah. And they're wet noodles. They'll fight for a little bit and then they die. It's like catching a walleye, but it's a largemouth, just a little bit better. Florida strand, I'll catch those all day long. I'm fine with that. They're fun to fight and fun to fish for. Here, poo-poo.
Yeah.
Just poo-poo. So,
yeah.
You should take up a second hobby, Brad.
I don't know what else I want to do.
He's a drummer too.
I haven't drummed in 3 years. It's been a while.
I didn't know he was a drummer.
This season, Brad's gonna go dove hunting. He's gonna go duck hunting.
I am pumped for that.
He's gonna kill once he kills his first. If you get a dove, the first dove you get will almost hook you. Because it's just it's just fun hunting. It's all dove is. You just sit in tall grass.
It takes absolutely no, I don't want to say no skill, because you have to be a good shot. But other than being a good shot, nothing else matters.
Yeah, I almost disagree.
Down here, it doesn't.
I'm about to say
I don't even care. I don't know. We have
something. We have a ton of doves, but I can put a spread out that even on hard days I will get doves to come in. I've also may or may not have spiked a blue jay with a spread, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway,
so here, like you don't have to have a spread. Like we go to these public shoots, a farmer has cut his corn, and everybody just spreads out and sits, and the birds just fly by. Like,
Yeah, see,
It's
farmers
cake.
do that here too, but then they charge like $1,000 to come dove hunt their
I think the
field.
most I've paid is $50,
Well,
and that was the best hunt that I went on. Like $50,
Yeah, I don't-
and we had a bunch of birds. So
Yeah, I go to DNR spots that they do. They bought land from a farmer who was a butthole, and then we do that, which is great because those spots. I mean, I limited out 15 doves in like an hour and a half, and it was awesome.
yeah, that's one of my buddies did a public land one right next to the ranger station. He found a spot that was public, literally next to the ranger station, and he limited out in like 33 minutes or something. I was like,
it's
dude, you
awesome.
took the fun out of it. Like, at least we sit out there and talk all day and just like, oh, I don't
Yeah.
want to shoot that one that goes by. He was just like, boom, 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 done. All right, going home.
I would like to try duck hunting though. I think that
Now, duck hunting,
Yeah.
that's a rabbit hole worse than fishing.
Oh,
It
I
costs
love it. I've
way
heard
more than
that.
fishing.
There's so much stuff like duck hunting and fly fishing and all these other things I don't get into because I just the time and the money and
Fly
Like,
fishing
I-
is
I
something
know
I
I would-
purposefully
I know
stay
I
away
would love
from.
yeah.
I am like that for fly fishing for the same reason you just said how expensive it can be. Duck hunting, I fell down that rabbit hole, and I have like 200 decoys in a storage unit and floaters, and I've got ones that run on batteries. I've got one that's a motor that just dips its head, and if it's not out there, the ducks won't come. I have 3 shotguns for duck hunting. I've got
$30,000 later.
Like, dude, I've got a ton. Like, I'm buying another kayak again this year for duck hunting. That's like its only job is it's not gonna get wet anytime the rest of the year except for ducks. Yeah, dude. But it's so fun. It's like dove hunting on steroids because you go out and you have to set your spreads up right, and then you can hear the ducks coming in, and you hear the flap of the wings, and then you just pop them with some 2-shot, and they die. It's awesome. I don't know. The whole experience is just awesome. Like I love it.
Here they have the sandhill cranes.
Yep.
Is that what they are? And you can get tags for them. And
Yeah,
I've heard
It's a
that
lottery
it's so
draw, and it is.
good. Yeah,
They call them the
ribeye of the sky.
Ribeye of the
Ribeye the sky. Yeah, I was about to say I
love
put in for the draw every year, and I haven't got it. But I'm telling you, the first time I do, I'm gonna come crash on your couch.
That is
I'll
the
give
most
you a crane.
annoying sounding bird ever.
If
If you've been out on Wheeler and sounds like a pterodactyl is calling above you 1,000 feet, you'll look up and there'll be a flock of them flying by, and it sounds like they're 3 feet off the water. They
It's funny,
sound
too.
so bad.
That's cool.
Down on the coast, there's a sandhill crane wildlife refuge.
Yeah.
Oh, did I break up there?
Huh.
Yeah, where I'm from, down Mississippi on the coast, they have a sandhill crane wildlife refuge. But up here, you can blast them. You know.
Oh, dude, I just want to. I put in my elk tag every year. I put in Alaska
for where?
Sitka
Ohio?
No,
Ohio
not here.
elk.
No,
I put
there
I put in for Kentucky.
I put in for Kentucky this year, Tennessee. My fallbacks are Idaho because they're over the counter tags now, and Montana are over the counter tags now.
I thought Montana took it away again this year.
I just read like a month ago they didn't, and if that's true, I missed the draws or the.
They go
tags,
back and
so.
forth. Montana is like 1 year they're 4 out of state, and the next year they're like, to hell with y'all.
Yeah, it's
So-
annoying because they have some monster elk. I put in Pennsylvania. It's got an elk draw this year. Michigan put in for that one too. Put in for the Alaskan Sitka deer. Put in for the sandhill. I put in like
Sitka or Sika? Which one? Because
I
there's
say
2 of
Sitka.
them. No, it's 2 different
Sitka.
deer.
I know it's 2 different deer. Sitka deer are up in Alaska.
Yeah. Okay.
Sika deer are over in. You can go get them in mass because they're in that nasty crap. I want to do that one too, but I don't want to go hunting like Massachusetts. I feel like I'm going to get sick or something. So I don't know. I don't know.
There you go. No, change my idea. Great Father's Day gift. I would like a guided elk hunt in British Columbia. With a grizzly tag and possibly a moose. So if you're wanting to spend $50,000 on this good-looking guy right here, that's the gift.
That's
Good for
funny.
you going after a grizzly. I'm not about that life unless I've got something big.
It's the only thing in the woods that scares me, and I feel like the only way that'd be the only animal in the woods that I'm not going to go after with a bow. I'm taking
You're willing to get within 5-10 yards of a bull moose
with a bow. Yeah, I'd do it.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for the.
You ever seen one up
reason.
close? It's frightening.
I've watched one run over freaking what's his face from Meat Eater when he shot it with a 30.
Because he's stupid. Because Steve just ran up on it and it stood up and ran over him,
dude. And he shot it with like a 300, and it didn't even it
Twice.
died 40 minutes later. Like it still took forever to die. I'm not about that. Moose kill more people in Canada than anything else. I'm not about that.
Whenever I was in the Air Force, I went up to Maine for 6 months, and I was golfing, and a moose come right in front of the green in front of us. That thing is like something prehistoric. They're big.
Giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 8 foot at the back.
Yeah.
Dude, they're terrifying. I don't like moose.
That's
I'd rather go.
surprising, man.
I'll go hunt a grizzly before I'll hunt a moose.
Last moose story, scariest hunting video I think I've ever seen was a guy bow hunting, and it charged in on him in thick brush in BC, and it got so close because it couldn't see him because they were blending in real, but he was drawn back, and dude's holding back for a solid like minute and a half, and he's just sitting there because it's full frontal, and it's literally his broadhead's almost touching its nose.
Oh,
And
jeez.
the guide's behind him trying to like make noise to get it to back up, and it won't back up, and you can just hear him in the camera whisper. He's like, peg him, and he just drops down and shoots him square in the chest, and it stops for a second and is like, what just happened? And then he got lucky. It turned away, but at that point,
man.
his heart's bleeding, but adrenaline, he's either going straight over you or straight back where he came from. It was a 50.
I was about to say, their hearts are the size of like a volleyball. So like it's gonna
Takes
take
it a minute
for that. Yeah, I'm about to say, like if he would have gone straight forward, he's dead. Just dead. Oh, not about it. This went a really weird hunting turn, but I'm
No, dude.
Father's Day
No.
gifts.
It's been a fun episode.
Oh,
So-
for sure. Guys, I really appreciate you coming on. Again, happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
Dads out there need more recognition because they help they help us get in the outdoors. Not dogging the moms, you guys do it too, but you get your own day, and we're not
I was
there
fixing
yet.
to say, a mom is what got me outside because she was like, "Get the F out of the house." Here we go.
All right, guys. Well, you guys got anything else to add? Socials or anything you want to shout out?
Go ahead.
Follow me at Jimmy Skinner Fishing _ in between everything. Thanks to everybody that supports me through all this. Thanks to all of y'all for having us on, and Paddle and Finn for doing what we do. And Brian Schiller sucks. I love you. I don't know. That's what me and Brad used to do before every show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesdays, listen to us on the Reel Down here on Paddle and Fin. Follow me at Daniel Perry Fishing Instagram, but please go to my YouTube. I got like 150 people. Come on now, I'm at least worth 200. But I give up some good stuff on there. But yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Well, cool, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Don't know who we got next week, but it should be a good one, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to another killer episode here on Paddle and Fin. Be sure to drop a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or smash that subscribe button on any platform you're listening in on. Be sure to check us out on Waypoint TV, waypointtv.com. Make sure you sign up for the Fantasy Kayak Fishing League at paddleandfin.com/fantasy. You could support this show through Patreon, patreon.com/paddleandfin. Don't forget to check out the website, paddleandfin.com. Catch us on YouTube. If you got a question, comment, or want to see a future guest on the show, be sure to email us at paddleandfin@gmail.com. Shout out to our show supporters, Yak Gadget. You can check out all the fine kayak accessories at yakgadget.com. Pelican Professional. For all your cases, coolers, and lighting needs, go to pelican.com. Rocktown Adventures, your Midwest premier paddle sports destination. Go to rocktownadventures.com. Eastport Marina, the beautiful destination on Dale Hollow Lake. If you're looking for lodging, kayaks, kayak accessories, or anything fishing related on the beautiful Dale Hollow Lake, go to eastport.info. And Jigmasters Jigs. When in doubt, get the jig out. Go to jigmasters.com and fill your tackle boxes today.